Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. Lynn Tech has made it to the semifinals, Division 8, taking on Keefe Tech. Lynn Tech is the number 1 seed at 7-1. Keefe Tech coming in at the number 4 seed. I believe they're 5-3. You just saw the band play the anthem. What a great job. They've been out there for about a good half hour or more. They came out, lined up, Lynn Tech team was out, Keefe Tech was out. All of a sudden, everybody got kind of shocked. Both teams ran back to the locker room because the officials weren't here. Only one guy made it. The other officials were stuck in traffic. A couple thought it was a 7 o'clock game. Teams went back to the locker room because it's a bitterly cold night and the wind is blowing pretty good. And there's still a pretty good crowd here, fans. There's a decent sized crowd on the Keefe Tech side as well. And not fit for man nor beast outside. The strange thing about this is, if Lynn Tech wins tonight, KIPP is playing here tomorrow night. If they win, it will be 2 Lynn schools, KIPP and Tech, playing in the final of the North Division Championship. And then very quickly, they'll be playing Thanksgiving Day, the same 2 teams. Tech is going to get the ball first. So Keefe Tech will kick it off. And they have bright orange pants and white tops. Tech, totally blue. They kick a ground ball. It deflects all the way over, almost to the far side at the 23-yard line. Trying to turn the corner, staying on his feet, still on his feet. Across the 35. Knocked out is Gabriel Perez.
Gabriel Perez on the return. Pushed out of bounds by Higgs Galen.
At the 37-yard line.
Lynn Tech will take over first and 10. Ball off their own 37-yard line.
Well, at the 37 is where they'll start. Luis Pinero is the quarterback. They send 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side as they go to the spread. They fill the backfield with Pinero. Hand off, and they get pushed forward. They're going to lose a yard. They may maybe gain a yard or 2. Dowie with the carry. Looked like he was going to lose a yard. He got pushed ahead for 2. So 2nd down and 8.
Gain of 2 on the plate. 2nd down and 8. Ball off the Lynn Tech 39.
2 wideouts come to the near side this time. The handoff coming to the near side. Turning the corner. First down and a lot more. Gabriel Perez with a nice run.
Gabriel Perez, the ball carrier.
19 yards on the carry.
Fancy Weber on the tackle.
First down goes to the Tech Tigers.
Gain of 19 and a first down. First and 10, Lynn Tech. Ball for the Keefe Tech 42.
So first and 10 from the Keefe 42-yard line. Two wideouts come to the near side. Still a full house backfield with Pinero. Now we can't get going on that left side. He was wrapped up and thrown down by Francie Weber. Lose 4.
Weber on the tackle. Loss of 4 on the play.
Second and 14 from the 46.
Second down 14, ball for the Keefe Tech 46.
They picked up a yard to the 45.
Luis Pinero, the ball carrier. They will bring up a third and 13. Ball from the Keefe Tech 45.
Third down and 13 from the 45-yard line. Pinero looking to throw. Over the middle. Just enough behind Miguel Soto that he couldn't make the catch. He was open.
Pinero's pass
Ball just slightly behind. He was breaking from the near side to the far side of the ball. Just a little bit behind. And I don't think they're going to punt from here. Maybe they are. James Runner usually likes to take a shot. So they pick up a first down and now they'll kick it away. Kick is away at the 18-yard line. Starting to the far side with a head of steam up. He's got some room. Out of bounds.
Richard Boston on the return for Keefe Tech. Pushed out of bounds by Guy Morgan. Keefe Tech takes over first and 10. Ball from the Lynn Tech 43-yard line.
34 yards on the return. Got a lot of room down that far side. Big time defensive play.
Rolando Velasquez, the ball carrier.
Germani Guerrero.
Germani Guerrero in on the tackle. Loss of 6 on the play.
Lost 6.
We'll bring up a second and 16. Ball from the Lynn Tech 49.
Brady Kaufman is the quarterback. He sent a wide out to the far side, a wing to the near side. Off that right side, penalty back plus a couple of yards. Francie Weber. He picked up 8.
Francie Weber, the ball carrier.
So 3rd and 8.
Gain of 8 on the play. Play will bring up a 3rd and 8. Ball from the Lynn Tech 41.
Wide out again to the far side, the wing to the near side. Now everybody shifts. This direction, not going to go anywhere, right back at the line of scrimmage. Little inside handoff.
Orlando Velasquez, the ball carrier.
Motion, then a little inside handoff.
Tripped up by number 50, Dominic Giordano. No gain on the play, 4th and 8.
4th and 8. And it looks as though Keefe Tech is going to go for it here. The wideout comes to the near side, the wing to the far side. Faking, rolling. He gets hit as he throws it. Incomplete. We got a flag.
Brady Kaufman's pass intended for number 1. He's Gellin's incomplete. There was a flag on the play.
They were looking for Gellin. It's against Keefe Tech, so it's refused.
Downfield, turnover on downs. Lynn Tech will take over 1st and 10. Ball off their own 41-yard line.
So both teams move into each other's territory, although it was easier for Keefe Tech with the return on the punt, and both teams turn it over. So Tech picks up 4 yards. They started at the 37 initially, now they're starting at the 41. Just about at the halfway mark of this second period, or first period. 2 wideouts to the near side. They give it Badawi, we got a flag, and that usually means somebody moves. Against Tech.
False start on Lynn Tech. Penalty will make it a 1st and 15.
They'll move it back to the 36, and it will be 1st and 15. Boy, the coaches, the players, the referees, the guys holding the stakes, all those fans, they all have to be frozen stiff. It is bitterly cold. We've been used to 50s all the way along. All of a sudden it's 30s. And the wind is strong as well. They drop the ball. Keefe Tech recovers it.
Lynn Tech's fumble recovered by Keefe Tech. Keefe Tech takes over 1st and 10. Ball from Lynn Tech
Jaden
36.
Francie Weber fell on it. At the Tech 36. So they got very good field position again. 7 yards closer. They had their first start at the Tech 43. Now they have it at the Tech 36 with the fumble recovery. 3 wideouts now, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Motion coming. They fake it to the motion man. Room, he's gone. They're not going to touch him. Jaden Francie Weber goes 36 yards. They cash in.
With the key touchdown. 36-yard touchdown.
36 yards on 1 play.
Goal. Keefe Tech 6. Lynn Tech 9.
And Keefe Tech gets on the board. So Tech had a big loss on their first drive that cost them. They get a penalty here and then a fumble. Cal Martin will try the extra point. And it's good.
Extra point is good. 5:49 left in the first quarter. Keefe Tech 7, Lynn Tech 9.
So Keefe Tech will kick it off just past the halfway mark. They fake the handoff to the man in motion. They gave the inside handoff to Francie Weber, and he got a big hole off the Keefe left side, got into the secondary, and there was nobody there. Two-hand touch, they weren't going to get him. Easily into the end zone. And then a kick by Martin. And all of a sudden, it's 7-0 Keefe Tech. The good news is there's a lot of football left to play. Martin will kick it off. At the 30-yard line. To the far side. Across the 40. Evan Fume.
Evan Fain on the return.
Tech will have it at the 42 of Tech. Their best starting point, but now they're trailing 7-0. The two wideouts come to the near side. Pinero under center. But now we got hit and fell forward for a couple.
Badawi, the ball carrier.
So 2nd and 8.
2 on the plate. 2nd down and 8. Ball for Lynn Tech, 36. Correction, 46.
Keefe Tech has got a little bit of bulk up front. They don't have a big squad. Two wideouts go to the far side this time. Inside handoff, slips a tackle. We got a flag coming in from behind. Let's see what that's all about.
Gabriel Perez, the ball carrier.
Perez with the ball carrier. He got it to the 46.
Penalty against Lynn Tech for holding.
It's against Lynn Tech. So they gave him 2. And now they penalize him back 10.
Penalty will make it a 2nd and 16. Ball from
2nd and 16.
36.
Rolling, looking, still looking. Lets it fly long. It's picked off. The quarterback, Kaufman, picked it off.
Arrow's pass intercepted by number 5, Grady Kaufman. Keefe Tech will take over 1st and 10, ball off their own 36-yard line.
Kind of threw that one up for grabs. So Keefe will have it at their 36-yard line. Just a little over 4 minutes left in this first period. The two wideouts go to the far side, one to the near side. Francie Weber in the backfield with Kaufman. Motion coming. They fake it to the motion man. Francie Weber falls forward for short yardage.
Jade Weber, the ball carrier.
They put it to 38. They give him 2.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
38.
Keefe with the football leading 7-0. They double the wideouts now to either side. Motion coming. That's the play they ran for the touchdown. They're going to run up for a first down.
Diego Weaver, the ball carrier. Tripped up by Giovanni Guerrero.
Out, we'll call it the 48 and give him 10 for a first down.
Play results in a first down, 1st and 10, Keefe Tech. Ball off their own 48-yard line.
Motion. A little inside handoff again, and that runs for another first down. Francie Weber.
Weber, the ball carrier. Devin Lewis on the tackle.
11 yards and a first down. Keefe Tech on the move.
Play results in another first down, 1st and 10, Keefe Tech. Ball off the Lynn Tech 41.
Same play.
Weber, the ball carrier.
Francie Weber gets it to the 38. He picked up 3.
Perez on the tackle.
They run the same play. They put a player in motion. They fake it to him, and then a little inside handoff off the left side
Ball from the Lynn Tech 38.
to Francie Weber. And he's picking up some yardage. Motion again. Now they give it to the motion man. Turning the corner. Looks like he's got a first down. There's a flag coming in at the end.
Richard Boston, the ball carrier.
Richard Boston with the carry.
There's a flag on the play.
Holding against Keefe Tech.
Penalty against Keefe Tech for block to the back.
So they gave him to the 35 for 3. And they penalized him back to the 45. Well, 2nd and 14. As we got to look at the Tech cheerleaders.
Second down and 14.
Forgot to mention them. They're out in the ice cold as well. They fake it. Coming to the near side again. They got a piece. Luckily, they got a piece. I think that was Soto who got a piece
Weaver, the ball
for
carrier.
Francie Weber. He picked up 5. 3rd and 9.
Play will make it a 3rd and 9, ball from the 40-yard line.
They went before, so I would think this would be 4-down territory for Keefe Tech. One, they go back to that wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. And before they do that, Tech is going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Keefe Tech.
Closing seconds, they call a timeout. The clock would have run out if they didn't have to run a play. The clock would have run out. They'll come back out, they'll run a play, and this will be over. The wideout goes to the far side again, the wing to the near side. Now they flip-flop the wing. The carry to the far side, cutting it up inside, close to first down yardage. As the period runs out, they needed the 32.
Richard Boston, the ball carrier.
Boston got hit, and he fell forward for almost 3 or 4 extra yards. A long discussion with the officials.
There was a fumble on the play, recovered by Lynn Tech. Lynn Tech takes over, 1st and 10.
Tech recovered the football.
Ball from their own 32. That is the end of the first quarter. With your score, Keefe Tech 7, Lynn Tech 9.
That was what the long discussion was for.
Possession stand is open, folks.
I didn't know there was even a case of they might have put the ball on the ground. But the long discussion turns the ball over to the Tigers. They'll have it at their own 32-yard line. And we'll start that way the second period. He had enough for a first down. I didn't see the ball go anywhere. Obviously, officials in Lynn Tech did. Nothing. So Tech has to go to work. They only had 22 yards and a first down. And 19 of those, along with the first down, was picked up by Perez on one run. To the near side, gets a hole. Nice little fake and bake move. Perez with a nice run.
Gabriel Perez, the ball carrier.
Gets it to the 48.
Put out of bounds by Richard Boston. Gain of 16 to the first down. 1st and 10, Lynn Tech.
16 and a first down. Both first downs picked up by Perez on 2 nice runs. They give it to him again. Started to the near side, cut it back to the outside, jumped over a defender, and came very close to getting a first down.
Gabriel Perez, the ball carrier.
At the 43.
Pushed out of bounds by number 28, Jane Weber.
Picked up 9.
On the play, 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1 from the 43-yard line. Two wideouts go to the far side, one to the near side. They're going to lose a yard back to the 44.
Perez, the ball carrier. Loss of 1 on the play. So we bring up a 3rd and 2. Ball for Keefe Tech. 44.
3rd and 2 now, as they lost a yard. Tech is going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Lynn Tech.
Just about a minute, 59 seconds actually into the second period. Tech trailing 7-0. But they picked off a fumble at their 32. Perez picked up a first down. They had it 2nd and a yard, but they lost a yard, so now it's 3rd and 2. As they're trying to get down and score. Cut into that 7-0 lead, maybe take an 8-7 lead, or at least tie it at 7. Richie Webb was the workhorse for Keefe Tech in that first period. He gained 75 yards on the ground, 36 of them for the touchdown. So here we go. 3rd. They're not going to punt here. This is obvious 4-down territory, but they need 2. Pinero keeps, rolls, turns the corner. Nice job. Gets bumped out of bounds. But he picks up the first down. He was half looking downfield like he was going to try and throw the ball. So they get the first down.
Gain of 9 on the play and a first down. 1st and 10, Lynn Tech. Ball from 35-yard line.
At the 35, it'll be 1st and 10. No change. The 2 wideouts go to the far side. Perez, a nice little stutter step. Nice job. Looked like he was going to get hit for no gain at all. He only got a couple, but he could have lost a couple. He wound up picking up 3. Made a little hesitation move and got loose. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Ball from the Keefe Tech 32.
2 wideouts come to the near side this time. They try to run it straight ahead. Nice little shake and bake move again by Perez. Out of bounds, but he picks up a first down. That play was going to go off the right side. It got clogged. He bounced it back to the near side. And he gets it down to the 21-yard line.
Gain of 11 and a first down. 1st and 10.
He picked up 11.
Lynn Tech, ball from the Keefe Tech 21.
Well, the offensive line opened up a few holes here for the running backs. First and 10 from the 21. Again, the 2 wideouts come to the near side. Now they flip-flop. 2 wideouts go to the far side. The pitch to Perez, cuts it up inside. Now he breaks it to the outside. Side steps. Gets about a yard. He ran a long way to pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. Ball from the Keefe Tech 20.
Perez is coming out. He's been the workhorse. 6 of the last 7 plays have been Perez running the ball. The 2 wideouts come to the near side. But now he gets ahead of steam up. They grab a hold of him. They wrap him up at the 16. He picked up 4. Looked like he was going to go a lot further. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers.
Bring up a 3rd and 5.
They're eating up a lot of clock. They have to score here. They can't use up all this clock and not get the ball in. The double wideouts to the far side again. Pinero rolling, looking, lets it fly. I'm waiting to see if the official says he caught it. The official's saying he stayed in bounds. What a great catch. Great play by Bellamar. He went up, caught it, and stayed in bounds at the 1 yard line.
El Soto for first and goal. Lynn Tech ball just inside the 1 yard line.
15 yards and a first down. This would be the 10th play of the drive. Great play by Bellamar to not only catch it, but stay in bounds. Straight ahead, off the left side. Badawi goes in.
Badawi with a 1 yard run. Score Keefe Tech 7, Lynn Tech 6.
$68 yards in 10 plays, most of them by Perez. Badawi gets the touchdown, and let's see what they do if they go for 1 or 2. I think they're going to go for 2. They sent a wide out to either side. The delay, they run it in. Badawi just banged into the lineman and walked in. And Tech takes the lead.
And now Badawi 2-point conversion. Score Lynn Tech 8, Keefe Tech 7.
So Tech says, I'll show you, we'll match your touchdown, but we'll get 2 points after him instead of 1. And it's 8-7 Tech. .8:12 left in the second period. Tech has jumped ahead, now 8-7. They kick it off a lineman. It bounces around. It's still loose. Keefe Tech breathes a sigh of relief as they fall on the ball at the 39-yard line.
Keefe Tech will take over first.
It deflected off a lineman, crossed the 40-yard line. Tech fell on top of it. So Keefe Tech will start at their 39-yard line. Keefe has combined with Marion for their program. Marion used to be in the Catholic Central Small. At one point they played St. Mary's. So Keefe Tech will run it for the first time here in the second period. Double wideouts to either side. Flag on the play. Tech came running out in the field. I think the official thought there were too many players. There weren't. They were missing a player. Perez came running out at the last minute. They did have 11. Perez was the 12th player. I missed one of the linemen. It cost Tech 5 yards. Perez came dashing off from the sideline, thinking they would minus a player, and they already had 11 out there. So it'll be 1st and 5 for Keefe. A little bit of a trip for them to come here. They're out near Framingham. Wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. Wing goes in motion. And here goes Francie Weber.
Weber the ball carrier.
They should almost say
52, Devin Lewis on the tackle.
Tackle Weber on every play. He gets a first down.
Play results in a first down, 1st and 10.
He's closing in on 100 yards. Ball is right at midfield. Again, the wing. Now they've flip-flopped the wing to the far side. Trying to turn the corner. First carry by Velasquez. Gets it into Tech territory. At the 47, he picked up 3.
Orlando Velasquez, the ball carrier. Tackled by a host of Lynn Tech defenders.
2nd and 7.
Gain of 3 on the plate. 2nd down and 7. Ball from the Lynn Tech 47.
When they snap the ball, we'll be closing in on halfway through this second period. The wide out to the near side, the wing to the far side. Inside handoff to the wing. Bangs inside the 45. That's Velasquez again. That was actually Boston with the carry. 7, not 17. Got it to the 43 for a pickup of 4.
Gain of 2 on the play.
3rd and 3 for Keefe.
Bring up a 3rd and 3.
And we'll pass the halfway mark when they snap the ball. And I would guess we're in 4 down territory. Motion. They fake the motion man. And here's Weber. Second effort gets him the first down. They needed the 40, they got the 40.
Weaver, the ball carrier.
So 1st and 10 from the 40.
Devin Lewis on the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. Play results in a first down. 1st and 10, Keefe Tech off the 40-yard line.
We've only had 3 passes thrown in the game. Everything has been run, run, run. And as I say that, they throw the ball and they overthrow the intended receiver, and the quarterback, Kaufman, got crushed. Guy Morgan just drilled Kaufman.
We're bringing up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. They had 2 receivers there. Overthrew one and underthrew the other. Again, the wide out to the far side, the wing to the near side. There's Weber high-stepping it. 2nd, 3rd effort gets him a first down. It's a hard run by Weber.
Weaver, the ball carrier.
Down to the 21-yard line. He picked up
Gonzalez.
19.
Gabriel Perez on the tackle.
He's going over 100 yards rushing. Actually, he got it to the 26.
That was result of the first down. 1st and 10, Keefe Tech off the Lynn Tech 26.
So he's got 98 yards rushing. 3 ticks over 5 minutes left. Keefe looking to get the lead back. 1st and 10 from the Tech 26. And they just keep running off the left side, off the right side, using, more often than not, using Francie Weber. Or using a couple of others like Velasquez and Boston. Tech defense has to come up with a play. So back to football. They run it straight ahead with Velasquez. Picked up a couple. Second and 8.
Kevin Lewis on the tackle.
They'd love to go down and score. The momentum would carry over to the second half because they get the ball to start the second half.
Second down at 8. Ball for the Lynn Tech 24.
We know they have a kicker. He kicked the extra point. Now they send 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Motion coming. And here's Weber again, banging off people. They had him, they hit him in the backfield, but he just bounced off. That puts him over 100 yards. They put it to 19, he picked up 5. Third and 3, and obviously in 4-down territory here. Tigers are trying to bend but not break. They almost had him in the backfield, and he's going to fall forward for a first down. That was Boston with the carry.
Richard Boston, the ball carrier. Guy Morgan.
He picked up 5 more.
First down, 1st and 10, Lynn.
They had him in the backfield. He bounced off and picked up 5 yards.
14.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Under 3 minutes and counting. Again, they send 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Velasquez goes in motion. Weber started to the far side, slipped, tripped, skipped his way inside the 10. Down to the 8, he picked up 6. We'll be under 2 minutes when they snap the ball. They started this back at their 39-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play.
This will be the 11th play of the drive.
Ball from the 9-yard line.
Hit, slips off, banging ahead. They finally push him back. Again, they had him early.
Play does result in a first down, 1st and goal.
They can't bring him down.
3-yard line.
The ball's at the 3, picked up 5 more. This will make it a dozen plays as we're closing in on a minute. Straight ahead, they don't get in.
Weaver again on the carry.
We got a timeout.
Timeout, Keefe Tech.
The ball's going to be at the 1. This will be the 13th play of the drive. Under a minute left at the 1 yard line. And this should be a lot of momentum for Keefe. They scored, they take the lead, and then they get the ball to start the second half. Both teams have had a shot. And if Keefe scores, it means both teams will have scored in the second period. Tech went 10 plays, 68 yards to take the lead with a 2-point conversion. The touchdown and the conversion by Badawi. And now starting back at the 39-yard line. Second down from the 1. They keep everybody in tight. Motion. They wrap him up. Pushing and shoving, trying to push him in, trying to push him back. He gets in. All that pushing and shoving, they finally they didn't blow the whistle, they let it go.
Touchdown.
And he just kept banging. His line pushed him in. A crisp 61-yard drive in 13 plays. And Martin will look for the extra point again. And he boots it through.
Extra point is good.
So with 47 seconds left,
Keefe Tech 14.
Keefe grabs a 14-8 lead. As I mentioned, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Tech will get the ball back, but not a lot of time to do much. The one pass they threw was incomplete. So 12 plays on the ground, helped out by a Tech penalty. Martin will kick it off. And unless lightning strikes here, it's going to be 14-8 Keefe at halftime. They kick a ground ball. It bounced off a lineman. Luckily, he fell on it. At the Tech 49. They got good enough field position. They have a timeout or two left. They can look to go downfield. Bellamont made a great catch before. They can go deep. So let's see what James Runner does here. They sent 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Pinheiro dropping back, looking to throw. Has time. His arm got hit as he threw it up, and it got caught. It popped up in the air. It looked like Soto was catching a fly ball out in center field.
And 26 in the first
To the 25-yard line. 26 yards and a first down. Going quickly. They let it fly deep again. It went right by the the back, almost the head of the ear of a Keefe Tech player. He could have picked it off.
Pass intended for number 10, Miguel.
Second and 10, but that's almost meaningless because they have to score. They can't. There's only 23 seconds left. Three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. And we're going to get a timeout called by Keefe. They had Pinero rolling to the right side the last time. They had three wideouts to the near side.
Timeout, Keefe Tech.
That was a strange completed pass, 26 yards to Miguel Soto. It looked like Pinero's arm got hit. It popped straight up in the air like it was a pop-up in the infield. Soto made the catch. So they're at the 25-yard line. They have a timeout left. Again, three wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Low snap. And he's going to get buried. And if they don't call a timeout, they do. They call it quickly. Clock was going to run out.
Loss of 5 on the play.
They lose back to the 30.
15, ball from the 30-yard line.
Lets it fly deep. Caught at the 1-yard line. They have a timeout. He snuck by the defender.
Pass complete to 44, Carlos Mateo.
29 yards and a first down. They line up quickly. And he might have done it too quick. I thought Tech had a timeout, but they don't. They threw the ball. Pinero just threw it up for grabs. And Carlos Mateo was the only one looking at the ball. Tech is going to lose 5 yards. They were hurrying to get up and run the play. They move it back to the 6. 5.4 seconds left. They got to go quickly. They'll signal the ball in play. They drop it, and that's going to be another penalty against Tech, I think. Again, they're trying to go so quick. They're putting the ball back at the 6. Once the official, it doesn't stop the clock. Once the official winds it up, they can run the clock again. So for some reason, they left it at the 6-yard line. Pinero rolling, lost the football, back at the 9. They're going to lose 3, and that'll be it. I'm not sure what that play was, but didn't look like a pass. So Tech almost took that momentum away from Keefe Tech. But that last touchdown, the one possession they had, 61 yards in 13 plays, and that gives them the lead back by 6. It's Keefe Tech 14, Lynn Tech 8 at halftime. Got them close. He banged it in from the 4, and then a bad snap over the quarterback's head went into the end zone for a safety. They picked up 9 points in the period after leading by a skinny 6. They now lead by 15 as we'll start the 4th period. 182 yards of Francie Weber. He scored all 3 touchdowns. Martin has kicked 3 extra points, and we're down to 12 minutes left. Pinero's back in the ball game. They need 2 big scores. And they're content to run the football.
Badawi the ball carrier. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. Ball for Lynn Tech 35.
Second and 8, the clock running. They got to get a little giddy up in their step. They got to be a little bit quicker to the line of scrimmage. They got to get a few more plays off. Almost caught. Good effort by Akara. They got a Pinero rolling to the near side, which is the right side. He's a left-handed quarterback. That's a tough throw. Martin, the kicker, comes up limping a little bit. Clock stops, but he's rolling to the near side. He's rolling to his right-hand side, and he's a left-handed quarterback. That's a very tough throw for a southpaw. So 3rd and 8, and they're obviously in 4-down territory because they can't turn the ball over. They need 2 big scores. Between 2 defenders, Soto almost made a great catch.
Soto, incomplete.
4th and 8 from the 35-yard line.
They bring up a 4th and 8 ball from Lynn Tech 35.
Can't punt here with 11 minutes left. Down 15. Tech led once at 8-7, but they gave up that tough touchdown with seconds left, and then he missed from the 1-yard line. They let it fly long and deep again. Tipped and knocked away. He had 2 receivers in the same spot, drew all the defense.
Hero's pass intended for number 44, Carlos Mateo, is broken up. Turnover on downs. Keefe Tech takes over 1st and 10. Ball for Lynn Tech 35.
So they'll give it to Keefe at the 35, and all they're going to do is just run the ball. We got to play it down. One of the Tech receivers. They had 2 guys right in the same spot, running virtually the same route. Made it easy for the defense to knock it away. So unless lightning strikes here at Manning Field, Keefe Tech is going to mount the upset and knock off the number 1 seed. That would mean that all 4 Lynn schools will be in the non-playoff berth, the dreaded non-playoff berth, where you could play anybody, anywhere, at any time. That's a tough break for Tech, we hope. I think that's Soto. That left foot ankle really giving him a problem. It's not, it's Mateo, Carlos Mateo. So 1st and 10 from the 35. The wide out comes to the near side, the wing to the far side. The wing again goes in motion. They give it once again to their big guy, Francie Weber.
Remember the ball carrier. Evan Fang on the tackle.
Picks up 2.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Ball from the Lynn Tech 33.
Francie Weber was, they just give him the ball and he just kept running forward, banging off people. They held him once to no gain, and they held him once to -1. Other than that, he's gained yardage on every play. He had the big touchdown run of 36. He had the big run of 55 to get him down close. They give it to him again. Slides forward to about the 31.
Weber on the carry.
Give him 2 more.
Gain of another 2 on the play. They will bring up a 3rd and 6. Ball from the Lynn Tech.
If he breaks one, he'll get 200 yards rushing. Crowd is still here. It's been good. It's a bitterly cold night. It is really cold. And you can tell how cold it is because we have a full house in the press box. Everybody becomes press when it's cold outside. Now, wide out and the wing to the near side. Inside, handoff to Boston. He gets back. If he's lucky, he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Richard Boston, the ball carrier.
So it'll be 4th and 6. But they've done what they wanted to do. They're running some time off the clock. Will be under 9 minutes when they snap the ball. And they're leading 23-8 over Tech. We haven't mentioned Kaufman at all because he hasn't had to throw the ball. He hasn't completed a pass. He's only thrown a couple. The wide out to the near side, the wing to the far side. They go in motion again. They flip it out. Nice call, nice play. Sidestepping, they get a 1st down. So I just said they haven't completed a pass. Now they complete it for a 1st down. Inside the 15 to the 13, 18 yards.
Velasquez on the catch. Where he results in a long gain and a 1st down. 1st and 10, Keefe Tech.
They were 0 for 3 before that.
13.
I'm not sure why the clock is stopped. And they're still not running the clock. I'm not sure why. I didn't see a timeout. Boston. And the clock still is not running.
Boston, the ball carrier.
Now the clock runs.
Guy Morgan on the tackle. Wants a fumble on the play.
Fumble, but Keefe got it back.
Fumbled by Keefe Tech.
The ball will be at the 11-yard line. He picked up 2.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8. Ball from Lynn Tech 11.
at the 11. And remember that they have a kicker, Martin, because a field goal would make it 3 scores. It's 2 scores right now. Now we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Keefe Tech.
Keefe didn't like the looks of what was going on, so they call a timeout. .186 yards rushing by Francie Weber. The most we've had this year. I haven't heard anywhere around Massachusetts there was any more. He's still got a chance at 200. He also scored all 3 touchdowns. He ran for one. His big 55-yard run set up his second touchdown. He banged one in from the 1. And he's been picking up yardage. He's got a bushel of carries. .25 carries. Wide out to either side. Now motion. Coming back to the near side with a head of steam up. Gets inside the 5.
Wherever the ball carrier.
Gets it to the 3. Picked up 8.
Guerrero on the tackle. Play brings up a 3rd and 1 ball from just inside the 5-yard line.
I guess they put it at the 4, so they need a yard. They go under center. And they give it to him off the right side. And he gets to the 1. So he picks up 3 more.
Wherever the ball carrier and a 1st down, 1st and goal, Keefe Tech.
Can he get his 4th touchdown?
2-yard line.
Halfway through the period when they snap the ball, they fill the backfield now. They give it to Boston off the right side. Sneaks in for the touchdown.
Richard Boston on the carry, the Keefe Tech touchdown.
65 yards in 8 plays. Excuse me, 35 yards. I forgot they started on the Tech 35. And they're going to go for 2. Snap is low. They hand it off. He's not going to get in. So just past the halfway mark. Keefe Tech is going to be a happy bus ride back to Framingham as they're going to spring the upset. They could be right back here next week. If Kip can win tomorrow night, they'll be back here playing Kip in the division final. Everybody had their fingers crossed, hoping it would be Tech and Kip. But that's not going to happen. Keefe will kick it off. Martin will kick it off. As I mentioned, all 4 Lynn schools will be in the non-playoff at the 11-yard line. Perez starts to the near side, cuts it back, gets across the 25.
Gabriel Perez on the return. 1st and 10, Lynn Tech.
Ball at the 27.
Ball from their own 27-yard line.
Almost picked off. They lobbed it up to the sideline, and they just missed picking that off.
Pass intended for Victor Bell was broken up.
Boston almost picked it. He would have been gone for 6. Tech had one chance to celebrate. They got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to take an 8-7 lead in the second period. But then it was quickly wiped out. A 61-yard drive in 13 plays. Now they run the ball with Perez.
Gabriel Perez, the ball carrier.
He picks up 2.
Both of Keefe defenders. Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd down and 8.
Looking for Bellamar. It's incomplete.
Pass intended for Miguel Soto. Incomplete. They will bring up a 4th and 8.
Another big 4th down. Looks like Tech is going to kick it away. And a nice return is going to set up Keefe Tech inside the 30-yard line.
Alonso Velasquez on the return.
Velasquez gets it inside the 30 at the Tech 29.
Keefe Tech, ball for the Lynn Tech 29.
5 minutes and a tick left in the ball game. (29-8). There's the big guy again, getting short yardage. He's been a workhorse. He's going to wind up with almost 30 carries. He picks up a yard. He needs 3 yards for 200 yards rushing. Misdirection. Bumped out of bounds. Velasquez. Picked up 5 to the 23. 3rd and 4.
And a 6 on the play. They're down to 4, ball for Lynn Tech 23.
Just over 4 minutes left before Keefe Tech can celebrate. Their fans on the other side, they brought a few. And it's going to be a happy bus ride back to Framingham. Boston stops, drops inside to the 24. He's going to lose a yard.
Richard Boston, the ball carrier. Gain of 1 on the play. 4th and 5.
So they lost a yard. It'll be 4th and just about 5.
Timeout, Lynn Tech.
Tech is going to take a timeout. 4:09 left. This one was over when they got that safety. Tech turned the ball over, a fumble. And if Francie Weber went 36 yards for the touchdown, the kick was good. It was 7-0. In the second period, Tech went 68 yards in 10 plays. Badawi went in for the 1. He rushed the conversion. It was 8-7. But then the backbreaker, 2 backbreakers, 61 yards in 13 plays. Keefe, Francie Brady ran it in for the 1. It was 14-8 after the kick. Tech completed a big pass for 26 to Soto, and then an outstanding catch by Carlos Mateo. Cut the ball at the 1, but in a haste to try and run the play, they went offside. Then they tried to spike the ball. Then they tried to run a last play. They got sacked. They wound up not scoring. Boston makes the catch. He's going to get a first down. Just a little floater out to the near side.
Pass complete to Boston.
And then came the third period.
Devin Lewis on the tackle.
Tech kicked off.
By results in a first down, 1st and 10.
A big 55-yard run by Brady.
Lynn Tech, 17.
Got it down to the 4. 2 plays later, he went in from the 1. Kick was good. It was 21. Snap over the quarterback's head. Made it 23-8. And then they got the ball back. Boston now is going to get hit. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. The most he could have got was back to the line of scrimmage. And then Tech went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Keefe only had to go 35 yards. Boston went in from the 1 to make it 29-8. And that's where we are with time running down. Clock is probably off by a few seconds because they didn't run there for a while. But we'll be under 3 minutes. Oh, we're under 3 minutes now. will be closing in on 2 when they snap the ball. Tech has got only 140 yards of offense, 9 first downs. They had 7 first downs in the first half. They only wound up with 2. Not going to go anywhere on 4th down. Tech will take over. I don't know if they knew that. They probably didn't know Francie Weber was winning 3 yards of 200 yards. He lost a yard to the 18. Third and 11. Hoffman's going to keep it. That's going to be a face mask, I think. They reached up and got him around the helmet and grabbed him at the 14-yard line. So that's going to give him a first down.
Personal foul against Lynn Tech for Huss called tackle.
So Tech is going to wind up with 55 yards rushing, 85 yards passing. 9 first downs. As I mentioned, they had 7 first downs in the first half. They move the ball down. Tech takes a timeout. They move it down to the 7, half the distance.
Penalty will make it a first and goal off the 8-yard line.
So the 2 first downs, one of them came by penalty in the second half, so they've only had really 1 first down in the second half. They had 67 yards rushing in that first half. They now have 55. Most of that is that loss they have. Keefe Tech is going to take a knee here, and they can run the clock out. So Tech is going to lose for the second time, and this one hurts. They were a play away from going to the division final, and they're going to get nipped 29-8. Keefe Tech come in and just ran it right at them. Francie Weber, 197 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Boston got a touchdown. Badawi got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for Tech. They held him. They really shut Badawi down. He only had 21 yards rushing. Perez had 61. Tech can only put 140 yards on the board. They had 137 going into the second half. They wind up with 140, and a lot of that was that snap that went over the punter's head, the quarterback's head, that wound up being a safety. So the only time they led was 8-7, and Keefe Tech come in and just, that offensive line for Tech did a job. I mean, they just ran the ball right down Tech's throat. They ran for 237 yards. They only completed 2 passes for 25, but they went over 260 yards of offense as opposed to 140 for Tech. Tech only celebration was when they got the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, made it 8-7. It looked like they might have turned it around, but Keefe Tech went right down the field, scored, made it 14-8. Tech came right back, had a chance to take that momentum away, but they kind of botched a couple of plays when they had it at the goal line, at the 1-yard line. Still had 6 seconds left. They wound up with a penalty. Then they tried to spike it. Then they got sacked, and they didn't get the ball in the end zone after a great catch by Carlos Mateo and we hope he was all right because he got hurt on a play earlier. But then when he didn't get it in, out comes the third period, and Keefe Tech takes the opening kickoff, drives down and scores, makes it a 2-score game, and then the snap over the quarterback's head makes it 23-8, and then Tech has to go for it from their 35-yard line, and Keefe takes advantage, going 35 yards in 8 plays with Boston going in from the 1 to make the final score 29-8, and it will be Keefe Tech, the number 4 seed, knocking off the number 1 seed, and they'll be moving on to the Division 8 North final, and it could be right back here at Manning Field if they have to play Kip, who's playing tomorrow night, I believe against Dorchester. If they win tomorrow night, Lynn still has a chance of going to the North final, but it'll be Kip going to the North final and not Lynn English. So 29-8, Keefe springs the upset. Lynn Tech will join the other 3 Lynn schools in the dreaded non-playoff version. So we hope you enjoyed it. 29-8, Keefe upsets Lynn Tech. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.